I'm Iyeshia. I'm Jasmine.
And I'm 12.
And we're IJT Productions.
Hey, everybody. We are IJT Productions, and this is another edition of IJT Presents. And, right now we got just the I and the T because Jay is busy. It's Mother's Day weekend. So, she got some things going on. So shout out to Jasmine.
Mm-hmm.
But today we're going to talk about a disagreement that me and Iyeshia have been kind of going back and forth about, which is directing versus being a cameraman. Because just to give y'all the background, right? Working on a project called Singleville. It's a scripted series that we're releasing 2022 in August. God willing, as Iyeshia says.
Yes, God willing.
And we had actors, we had location. This is our first time like putting together a thing. But so I'm healing, right? I'm healing. So I just gotta put that out there. I'm healing. And I took the initiative as far as like directing and setting up the cameras because that's kind of the expertise that I came with IJT with. Now, word on the street, because the streets was saying like other people wanted to direct. You get what I'm saying? But I was saying you was directing, right? But they was like, nah, I wasn't really directing because I was just pressing record on the camera. But I don't know, it's just some of the clips that, I'm gonna release the clips later on. I hear Iyeshia telling people to move over. I hear like, oh, stand right there. I hear direction, but I'm gonna let you have it. Talk to the people. What's going on?
Okay.
What happened?
Okay, 12. I need to see the receipts because I feel like this is about to be some like some Tyler Perry, like some like Love and Hip Hop reunion type special with the hidden edition. But Sway, I did not hear anything me telling people to move over. What I experienced was 12 does have points as opposed to like directing and the whole camera thing. It might not be a big deal. It may be whatever, but I just feel like there's a camera person who holds set angles and things like that. But the director usually sets up the scene, they tell where the actors and actresses are going to be. They have the, the venue, they want to shoot certain angles, and that's already like set up. So the cameraman knows what he has to do. But the director will do certain angles of like, I want the actress to stand here. I want the camera to go here. I want you to shoot from these angles and that. So there are certain scenes that we're shooting for Singleville where 12 is a double threat. He's acting, actually he's a triple threat because he helped write, he's directing, and he's acting in it, right? So there are certain scenes where you can't be the director and the actor at the same time unless like you're Issa Rae. We're gonna get there though. But it can be overwhelming because even Issa Rae shared that. So 12 was like, Isha, I'm doing this scene. Can you like hold it down while I'm doing this? So I'm like, got you, no problem. But I don't see it as directing because he already set up the camera. His co-stars was there already. So I'm just pushing the button. That's it. It's nothing for me. I'm like, this is camera woman mode. You said it, I pushed the button and I stopped. I don't think that's directing. But he does. So we have to agree to disagree. But I'm just like, if you want smoke 12, like you're the director, just hush, like stop. But now we're getting more into like understanding like the directors and like Spike Lee. If he wants to be Spike Lee, just say that. If he wants to be 12 Lee, I'm here for it. Or just 12. But I just feel like with the directing, there are certain things that the director guides the cameraman to do. And I'm here for it all. But I was just telling 12, like when I start directing, it's not like we're gonna have to take turns on who's gonna be the camera person. And when I tell you go here, go here, go there, go there. But that's just where we don't agree at. I don't understand. I don't know what he sees as a director, I see as a cameraman, and vice versa.
But see, the thing is, I kind of look at them as both, right? Because his like just because like I know at least for season one, like we always green. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we all went into it, like, it was just like, okay, we had a script, we had actors, and we had a camera. Barely had location. So we just
Facts.
literally would like going with the flow. So as far as like even the sound, like we didn't even know, like now we know we're gonna need sound. Like we're gonna need like lights, we're gonna need like an actual space, we're gonna need rehearsing. So like when we were going into it, like the title of being a director, like I just thought that meant like just press the button on the camera and go. But it's like the actors is looking at me like, all right, so what am I supposed to do? I'm like, I don't know. You're supposed to say the lines. I don't know. But now just from watching other shows and watching like just the progress that we made from season 1 to working on season 2, now I see the importance of like the difference. Like the cameraman, that's a job of its own. But then the director is like kind of like the manager or like the coach or the overseer of everything that's happening, like from the lighting, the angles, like you said. So I think we was kind of like boiling everything up in one. So like I'm thinking, oh, okay. Like I'm thinking like, oh, Iyeshia, I set the camera up for you. Like you could just do the other part. Like tell the actors what to do, because I don't know how to communicate with the actors. I just know how to do like get the camera the right way. So I'm thinking like, but she's like, no, I want to get the camera at the angle, and I want to, tell the actors how I want the shot and the mood and stuff like that. So it's a beautiful learning experience, because like I didn't know, like now when I watch a movie or I watch a show and at the end and all the names start rolling down the credits, I put respect on it, because I'm like, okay, because when you, like you said, when you have to do a bunch of them when you're acting, but then you also like making sure like, okay, how's the scene looking? But then you're not behind the camera, so it's kind of like, so yeah. So it was a interesting like experience for everybody that participated, because it was like how do you really do this, like just as far as like being on a budget, first time, like just the whole experience was just new for everybody. So I know for season 2, like we both kind of like have a different vision on how to direct, because I know easily like when Iyeshia's in the scene, when in her scene and she's in her acting, it's like, okay, I'm gonna hold down the camera and make sure like she don't got to worry about that part, and then vice versa. Like, all right, I'm in Rome element. I'm in character. Like,
come on, Rome.
Get my good side. Like, get my good side, and I'm chill. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but I think it's just a lot of different roles that comes into like creating a production. You get what I mean? So I think it definitely just highlighted like, okay, it's levels to this. Like
it is. That's why I realized why the Oscars are so long. Like you said, the credits.
Yeah.
It is different. Like even like we were even like HR. Like, you gotta make sure the actors are okay.
Yeah.
Gotta get there to the location before, like everybody gets there after, first one there, last one to leave. It is a very good experience. So I'm like, we gotta put this on our resume.
And then on the part that I'm at now is with the editing part, right? That's even a whole thing. So even just like actually editing the clips, like putting the scene together, but then another person comes in and do the color correction to actually like, adjust the highlights and the, if it's too much light, if it's not enough light, adjusting that. Then you got the sound, like making sure that the sound is at a good volume, because we had some actors that didn't really project their voice or use their outside voice. So even just things like that, like organizing the files, doing the editing, like it's a lot that we're doing. And it's like I've always been that person. I always said, and I used to think this was a curse, but I always been like the jack of all trades, master at none. And I used to think like, oh, like that's a bad thing, because everybody always said that if you are a jack of all trades, that means you can't master anything. But they never said the whole quote. And at the end of the quote, it's like, well, it's better to be a jack of all trades, if anything. But anyway, I'm young. So
come on, Jack. Come on.
Yeah. But being able to do different skill sets. Now, like ideally, like when you on a budget and you starting things off and you getting it off the ground, like you may have to wear a lot of hats. But as we evolve and we become more successful and we become more like experienced, we'll be able to like bring people in that are experts at like photography, videography, sound, you know, directing, writing, all of that good stuff. And then we can be we can just direct over all of those entities. So that's what I'm looking forward to is creating. But just like now when we do our YouTube and we do Zoom, or when we're in person, we just have our one camera and we just set up shop and we get to work. We're learning on the job. So you know, so shout out to everybody that's been rocking with us and supporting us, because yeah, we appreciate it.
Yeah, so, we're still learning and we're healing.
Healing. We definitely healing. So yeah, so any last thoughts or any final words?
I think directors, cameramen, camerawomen, writers, producers, makeup artists, sound, all the people in the credits, y'all deserve, that's what it's called credit for a reason. You deserve all the credit. I didn't understand why it was so long at the Oscars and the Golden Globes. I realized how much it is to put in a show. I can only imagine how much it is to put in a movie. Yes. But it is a learning opportunity. Actors and actresses, I will never underestimate your work. I appreciate your art and your craft. Everybody who does a movie and a show has all the skills and the art in the world, and I appreciate that. This was a learning opportunity. It makes me also, even editors are like amazing. With directors, I feel like it's like peanut butter and jelly, but it's just phenomenal to witness that. In the beginning I was like, what is going on? But now it gives you more like idea and feedback on what you could do next, so to get better moving forward. So I think it was a great experience, and looking for many more experiences. So check us out for Singleville dropping in August 2022, summertime going into spring. And meet us in the comments. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think. If the director or the cameraman, like, who is with it? Should we come to a truce and like boil them up into one? I feel like I won this verse, but whatever. I let 12 rock. So yeah.
No, I'll let you have it. I'm not mad at it. I learned.
Good. All right.
So, and I'm also looking forward to having your experience as far as like directing, like actually collaborating, because it was more so on a, like I said, I was like, Iyeshia, you was directing because like certain things up, but I think now we agree that it's going to be a collaborative effort on the camera aspect as well as the actual directing. So we formed the, you know what I'm saying,
alliance.
We formed the alliance. So
we healing. It's it now. It directing. Yep. Right.
All right. So this is IJT Productions. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Tell a friend to tell a friend, all that good stuff. And we'll see you on the next video.
Thank you so much for watching. Please share, subscribe, and like, comment. We appreciate you all, and thank you all for watching.